What's up?
Some people say I'm a killer. What? Jab to the mouth, then the shot to the liver.
Ooh.
Her man want to take me to dinner. I call him, what's his name? I don't even remember.
Who?
I know you nervous, baby. But now you with a boss bitch. She's the worker, baby.
Brokey.
And I deserve it, baby. Because ain't nobody give me shit. I had to earn it, baby.
Yes.
She don't like me because I spend money. Now I'm in the real estate. I've been crib hunting.
It's hard to believe how far this story has spiraled. For years, people looked at Remy Ma and Papoose as the couple that defined loyalty. They weren't just rappers or industry names. They were the blueprint. Whenever people doubted that love could survive in hip-hop, someone would bring up their names. Papoose held her down during her darkest times, and when she came home, the way he celebrated her, the way he protected her, it made fans feel like their love was unshakable. But now, that same bond that inspired so many has turned into a public battlefield. What was once whispered as gossip has exploded into full-blown war, and the world is watching every messy second unfold. The turning point came when Papoose stopped playing the silent husband. For a while, people thought he would just brush it off, keep things low, and let Remy's choices play out. But when photos surfaced of him out with a new woman, the internet caught fire. People swore he'd finally moved on, and whether it was genuine love or just revenge, it became impossible to ignore. Blogs plastered the images everywhere. Memes popped up, half joking, half shocked. Suddenly, the man who was once praised for being the most loyal husband in hip-hop was trending as the man who couldn't wait to flaunt a new lover, and that was all Remy needed to snap. She wasn't about to sit quietly while people painted her as the bitter ex and Papoose as the man who found happiness. So, she clapped back. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't quiet. Her words carried venom, laced in Instagram captions and interviews where she didn't hold back her shade. She called out women who think being second is cute. She dropped lines that fans instantly connected to Papoose's rumored girlfriend, and her tone made it clear she wasn't impressed with the way he was moving. Fans ate it up. Every post, every interview snippet was dissected like a puzzle. Some cheered her on, saying she had every right to be angry. Others accused her of being bitter, of only speaking out now that the tables had turned. But one thing was certain. Remy's words had struck a nerve, and everyone was waiting to see if Papoose would respond. And respond he did. But no one expected what came out of his mouth. Instead of brushing off her clapback, instead of trying to soften the situation, Papoose threw gasoline on the fire. He fired back with accusations that left fans stunned. In interviews, in cryptic posts, he began hinting that Remy hadn't been the loyal wife people thought she was. He claimed she'd been moving differently long before he was ever linked to anyone else. Then he dropped the bomb that no one saw coming. He accused her of having a secret affair. The internet froze. Those words carried weight, because coming from Papoose, the man who'd spent years protecting Remy's image, it didn't sound like petty revenge. It sounded like confession. He didn't name names at first, but the implication was enough to send fans scrambling. Who was the man? When did it happen? Was this the reason the marriage was cracking in the first place? For years, people had seen Papoose as the solid one, the rock. To hear him say that maybe Remy was the one who broke the trust, first flipped the entire story upside down. Whispers of the alleged affair started surfacing. Blogs claimed there had been late-night sightings of Remy at certain events without Papoose. Anonymous industry insiders started hinting at private meetups, hotel lobbies, and text messages that never saw the light of day. Screenshots began floating around, some clearly fake, others just convincing enough to stir the pot. Suddenly, the internet was divided in a way no one expected. Some fans defended Remy fiercely, saying Papoose was only lashing out because he got caught moving on. Others said there had to be truth in his words. After all, why would Papoose of all people lie about something like that? And while the world debated, Remy stayed sharp with her words. She clapped back harder, this time throwing shade not just at the new woman but at Papoose himself. She accused him of trying to rewrite history, of playing the victim when he wasn't innocent either. Her tone suggested she wasn't scared of the allegations, but insiders whispered she was furious behind closed doors. To her, this wasn't just about her marriage anymore. It was about her image, her legacy, her name being dragged through mud by the very man who once promised to protect it. The back and forth had fans glued to their screens. It wasn't just drama, it was history unraveling in real time. And then the celebrity reactions began pouring in, making the whole thing feel like a hip-hop civil war. Cardi B posted cryptic messages about men using women's names to cover their own dirt, which fans quickly connected to Papoose's comments. Fat Joe, who has always been like family to Remy, stood by her publicly, posting old photos and reminding everyone of her strength. On the other side, some artists remained neutral, while others quietly sided with Papoose, sharing his posts or liking his comments. Every reaction added more fuel to the fire. Fans picked sides, turning social media into a battleground. Hashtags like #Team Remy and #Team Papoose trended for days. Some fans couldn't believe that the couple they once saw as the strongest in the game was now airing out dirty laundry like a reality show. Others admitted they weren't surprised, claiming that no couple is perfect and that the loyalty image had always been too good to be true. Flaunting a new lover while accusing Remy, then his image as the devoted husband was collapsing too. People weren't just asking who was right or wrong, they were asking who the villain really was. Was Remy guilty of betrayal? Was Papoose guilty of revenge? Or was the truth somewhere in the messy middle, where both of them had made mistakes that could never be undone? As more rumors spread, the line between truth and gossip blurred. Screenshots surfaced of supposed DMs, voicemails claiming to be from the alleged affair partner, and anonymous accounts swore they knew the full story. Some of it was obviously fake, made to stir up attention. But some of it sounded just believable enough to make fans wonder if Papoose's accusations weren't just smoke, but fire. And through it all, the music world watched like it was a live soap opera. Artists whispered that this feud was tearing apart friendships and alliances. People who used to stand on the same stage were now forced to pick sides or stay silent. Behind the scenes, industry insiders admitted it was one of the ugliest breakups hip-hop had ever seen. Not because couples don't split, but because this one had been built on an image of loyalty that now lay in ruins. The craziest part is that it doesn't feel like the end. If anything, this feels like just the beginning of something even bigger. Because Remy isn't the type to let accusations slide. If Papoose really thinks exposing her will ruin her, he might be underestimating how far she's willing to go. And Papoose, by breaking his silence in this way, has shown he's not afraid to scorch the earth. So here we are, front row seats to what was once the definition of black love, now unraveling before our very eyes. A couple who stood as symbols of loyalty, resilience, and unity, now caught in a storm of betrayal and bitterness. Once upon a time, Remy and Papoose were the blueprint. Ride or die, thick and thin, holding each other down through prison bids and public scrutiny. But now that same love story is crumbling, and it's happening in the most public, most painful way possible. Remy, now entangled with a new lover, claps back on social media with cryptic captions and unapologetic confidence, while Papoose, once the quiet protector, is stepping into the spotlight, exposing alleged affairs and speaking truths fans never expected to hear. The internet is on fire. Every post, every live stream, every side-eye moment is dissected and analyzed. People are no longer just watching. They're choosing sides. And in the court of public opinion, love isn't the law. Loyalty is. It's messy. It's painful. And it's addictive. Like watching a slow-motion car crash you can't turn away from. Each day brings a new twist, a new rumor, a new layer peeled back. And the question that lingers like smoke in the air is this: how much more can be revealed before there's nothing left? How many secrets still lie hidden in the shadows, waiting to come out and destroy what little trust remains? Because this isn't just a breakup. It's a war built on broken promises and silenced pain. And when loyalty broke, it didn't just crack. It shattered. Shattered into pieces sharp enough to cut both of them open, leaving scars the world can now see. Fans mourn the love they thought was real, while the couple at the center of it all fights to reclaim whatever dignity is left. But maybe that's the tragedy of it all. When a love that's strong falls apart, The destruction is just as epic as the story that built it.